What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video, and today we're going to be discussing how to find the best deals on the Axie Infinity Marketplace. First things first, in order to do this and go under the radar and find the best gems, you're going to need to increase your knowledge of the game so that you know what you're looking for. Even if that means just honing in on one build that you know is a strong build in the meta. So my first recommendation is to go back on the Axie on the Moon channel, watch some of my previous videos. There's double aqua metas, there's bird beast metas. I have some reptile and dusk teams out there. Get familiar, figure out which one you want to go for, and then you can have a better approach moving forward. Now, straight out of the gate, let's talk about plants. One way to save money on Axies is to buy ones that are not pure. So these are all 61 health, 31 speed, pure plants. If we go down to 5 of 6, we can see that there isn't that much of a price difference, maybe like 30 or 40 bucks. And even if we go lower, still really no difference at all. So my recommendation for your plant is to go ahead and just purchase one that is extremely solid. This is your backbone to pretty much any build you're gonna wanna go with in the future. I think that the best tank in the game overall is the Cactus, Hot Butt, Sirius, and Pumpkin tank, which is very easy to go out and purchase. Another really good option is going to be the classic Yam, Leaf Bug, Pumpkin, and Sirius. So if you're wanting to play some thorny based teams that get a bonus from the debuffs on opponents, this is a really solid tank to go with. So again, this goes back to figuring out what strategy you want to play. Once we get the tanks out of the way, we have a little bit more wiggle room in terms of hunting for some phenomenal deals. This is kind of where people get left by the wayside if they don't know what they're looking for, and where you can really capitalize if you do know what you're looking for. So I'm going to start with an example of a beast that I bought today. I've been looking for a really nice Arco midline beast. This moveset I would say is top tier. People like Indez have talked about this, and to boot, I also have it at a 45 speed, which is exceptional. I was able to pick this up for 0.21 Ethereum, and this is easily a half of an Ethereum beast for sure, especially at 45 speed. So how did I end up getting this? Well, every day for the past few days, I have been going to the marketplace, searching for Arco beasts. I've left the pureness completely open, or in some cases, if I know I want a 45 speed, I can go ahead and set that as a filter and literally just go through all of the options, right? And as you get more familiar with the game, you'll know exactly what these parts are in terms of corresponding with the cards. So I can kind of sift through and see what's there. Now, if you're new, you might need to get a little bit more specific on the moveset that you're looking for. Like recently in my Bird Beast video, I believe I recommended Hero and something like Hair Dagger. So let's do this. Let's leave the purity completely off and see if I just skim through here and can find something. Now, these are all extremely expensive, so I don't really see one that quite fits the mold. So I'll be passing on that, right? But I could look at this every day and find something eventually that pops up. How about a double nut build? Nutcracker, nut throw. Now we're starting to cook at least a little bit. And here we go. This thing is pretty damn sick. You know, for a 47 speed virgin, even though it's kind of an ugly one in terms of genes, you could still like smash this together once or twice for super cheap and have new Axies popping out with potentially really nice movesets. This is something that you could consider trying to work into a build if you were looking for a hero double nut combination. Let's see if we can get something even a little more beast centric in terms of damage. So what about Hero Dual Blade? Okay. Nothing really jumping out to me there. Hero Little Branch, boom, headshot. I mean, look at this thing. For 0.15 ETH, 45 speed, Axie Kiss, which Indez has touted as well. Very nice card if you can learn how to outplay your opponents with it. This is a very nice find. So much damage. The last one makes your next attack do quite a bit less damage, but you could use Hero to follow that up, your lowest damage card, and sort of offset that imbalance a little bit. If I was looking for a place to start, I would certainly be buying this, and as you can see, that took us a couple of searches to kind of get it right, but we did. Okay. Let's move on to aquas. Here's an example of one that I recently purchased, and I got it for 0.17 Ethereum. You can see it was kind of getting flipped around all over the place, but this is a sandal Risky Fish Shoal Star Nemo build that you're going to want to put at the midline position. As I've talked about in new aqua meta videos, that the double aqua builds with a little bit of beast or bug damage mixed in is very strong. So let's say we want to go and search for something like that. First of all, we know we're going to need Nemo, so I'll look that up. So then let's get a little more specific. If you want to find the sandal, we can search for that. And we can see that those are quite a bit expensive at 0.29 Ethereum. But if we're doing research, we know that sandal isn't the only option. So we can now look for garish worm. Let's see what those are going for. 0.24, and not a bad moveset by any means. Not 54 speed, slightly slower, but you have massive brick wall potential in the mid game. But I'm not done yet, because this is how to find the best deals, and I think we could probably get something for even better. How about Buzz Buzz? This is one that's slept on pretty hard. Boom, there she goes, 0.19, 54 speed, not bad, okay? 100 damage, 40 shield, gives you some potential to shield up in the mid game. Revenge Arrow, 0.18 Ethereum, very high damage beast card, okay? And you might be going, well, how am I supposed to know to search for all of these cards? Again, this is where you might need to spend an hour or two watching some other YouTube videos and figuring out what those cards are that you're looking for. This is slightly different than like a high shield bug card in that you don't have as much brick wall potential, but you have more firepower. I believe this does like 180 or so damage when you play Risky Fish followed by Risky Beast on plants. So it completely eats through those, and at a very reasonable price here. The other thing, aside from just watching videos, is if you know that a strong meta is mixing in a pure aqua but with one beast or bug part, then go back over to Axie World and find out what those high beast or bug damage cards are, and then you can go and search for that on the marketplace until you find the best deal possible. So you could go, okay, Jaguar, that's a high damage beast card with decent shield. I'm gonna go over here, type in Nemo, which I know I need for the build. I also need Jaguar. It's gonna be a 5 of 6 ideally. 0.18 Ethereum. Look at that. This is a slept on. This is being, people are asleep at the wheel that these are at this price right now. Very, very nice pickups that you could be making. If I was gonna take a look at the reptile market, let's just go through the floor of everything and I'll see what jumps out at me. Like, what's the first Axie I'd be willing to buy? This is honestly pretty dope right here for 0.15 Ethereum. If I'm on a budget and I'm trying to get a strong midliner for a relatively good price, this is gonna give you a ton of utility outplay potential with Sponge, high damage. Iguana is an energy gainer versus most aqua builds, as you get an energy when attacking a buff target. And you could look to have this at your midline with something like a double discard, Gravelant bug on the back, or even just a double reptile team would be pretty sick. Some sort of thorny related Terminator with a Yam leaf bug tank up front would be a very solid and well-rounded build. Okay, in closing, when you're searching for deals on Axies, you have to accept that you might not be getting the most premium high meta builds, but you can make adjustments to at least get close, get your foot into the Axie Infinity door, and build around it, right? You'll be farming SLP, making money, get back your investment, and eventually you can upgrade those Axies, all right? This is all a process. No one gets it right the very first time. But if you do research, lock in on a particular build, and then search for that every day, you'll eventually see that thing you're looking for pop up for a reasonable price. Of course, from there, if you want to double check to make sure if it's good or playable or reasonable for within your budget, head over to the arena room in the Axie Infinity Discord and ask questions there. People are willing to help out, and that should be able to provide some clarity on your decision. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Twitter. It's @ElijahCTG, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.